Hey, what's going on everybody? Frank Valkyria. Welcome to the channel. Let's go Gamelan soundtracker from Indonesia, traditional music. I'm curious. Yesterday we did Alfie Rev, Wonderland Indonesia, so you guys suggested, but let's go. Boom. Always super curious about traditional music. Also, coffee mantap. Wow. I have to admit, I'm I didn't know that I did like it, but I'm, a great lover of, this beautiful, like all Asian culture, more or less. Now, I don't want to be generalizing, but, towards the east, especially in subtropical areas, I mean, the nature, the monument, the culture that predates, like existing monotheistic religions from like Islam, Christianity, Judaism, even Buddhism. And I know that also Indonesia is mostly um, Islamic in religion, but I just love the older culture. Like it just exudes like this connection with an ancient word that it's just unexplainable. Just this setting, this monument in the back with the lush green of the vegetation and trees, and everything looks bountiful and spectacular, and also integrated with nature. Not too much. Look how beautiful this temple is, sits in between the green. Beautiful. Wow. So it's fascinating. They help this like metal um, thong, which probably they're like of different shape, of, I suppose, to make different sound. And I see how they also kind of modulate with the ends underneath, probably regulating the vibration of it. It's really like a type of xylophone, but yeah, we're probably more ancient. And I hear in the back, these lower notes, just keeping the sort of the pace, and then there is like the sort of higher pitched like array here in the front, that it's often doing a kind of like very free improvisational rhythms as well. Like it's, I find it kind of fascinating actually. Wow, it's picking up. Ooh. What was that gong coming from? Was one of those in the front? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, Oh, wow. It really strikes me how they play together, you know, they really know how to do it, even though, especially I think the three in the front, correct me if I'm wrong, they're usually going the same dynamic, you know, and what a dynamic this tune has. It really changes speed all the time with pauses and acceleration and, you know, like slowing down. Really kind of like progressive music, you know, and like with all the rhythm and the melody of, because they're tapping on those metal sheets, you know, like metal tongues, and that basically creates as gives me the feeling, you know, somebody's playing a sort of piano, you know what I mean? But it's so dynamic, so incredibly dynamic, changing all the time, and that with the percussion coming in as well became boom, even more energetic. Wow, they're really doing like some kind of progressive rock a little bit, progressive folk traditional music. It only misses a little bit of voice doing something, then it's a old tune. Flute, yeah, the flute is doing basically the voice a little bit here. Wow, look at that! Sounds like a double bass, you know, and it's like almost syncopated. It feels like syncopated because one is doing one thing and the other is doing another speed, and they just work together. Very hypnotic. I mean, this is so hypnotic, you know. I would imagine that music like this, it's also used from some kind of like ritualistic dance, maybe even like a dance trying to transcend, you know, like in a kind of meditation, because it's so energetic and powerful and ever changing, you know. I wonder, like, people just going like in a trance, dancing with it. Boop, 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 boom, boom. Look how quick they are in doing those kind of scale, you know, like the front part. There is something about this always a little bit dissonant. I wonder if it's the type of tuning of those, you know, metal things which they are tuned in this way, and because it always has that kind of sense of being just slightly dissonant in between the back and the front of the lower thing, that also gives you like really this peculiar vibe to it, you know. There is, I think, if I remember correctly, there is a part in Akira, the anime, the famous Japanese anime, where there is a little bit of this music, if I remember correctly, in the soundtrack of the movie. Especially, I think, when they're like if I remember correctly, there's the doctor looking at the sort of this ball spectrum that monitors Akira's energy, and like over the movie, through the movie, you know, the energy shifts. And if I remember correctly, I remember there is some of these instruments in the film. It would be nice to actually find out. Especially the lower part in the back, like do 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 do. Have you ever watched Akira? If you haven't, you gotta watch it, man. Now we got everything, also the flute on the other side, the percussions. Wow, I'm totally like, I was totally for a moment just spaced out. It's like, whoo, wow, incredible. Actually, it is quite dynamic, so it's not something that, let's say, you can meditate on, because there's a lot of changes, a lot of, but at the same time, that like all this rhythm and things, all of a sudden I was like kind of like drawn into it. I was almost spacing out. Gamelan. What an amazing performance by those lovely soundtracker from Indonesia. I really enjoyed it. A little bit of look into folklore, traditional costume, beautiful settings. Bali is definitely a place I gotta go watch. I don't know if this was Bali, probably was. But yeah, definitely it's a place I would love to go. Because like I said, I have some friends living there, and they always tell me about the beauty and the lush green and everything. So kind of curious. Would be nice, definitely for people living in the north. Would be nice to be able to travel in the winter there. But actually, I don't know which one is the best time, because I know there must be also monsoon season. So not exactly when that start there. But yeah, definitely. Definitely, what a place. Fascinating, like really this beautiful connection with the past. And I hope it keeps maintaining this part of the tradition. You know, the music. The music is very important to kind of share it and bring it on forth new generations perhaps learning. Absolutely fascinating. Guys, go watch the Alfie Rev videos of yesterday. Also my singing the sort of national non-national anthem of Indonesia for the Independence Day if you like to. I'll see you later. Take care of yourself. Mantap always.